let's talk about something that's tangentially related to this. That's pretty interesting. So there's something weird going on with, the discourse around the Acolyte. Specifically, like, it's really heating up.
Yeah.
There's, the journals are coming out and saying, oh, it's the fans that are the problem. The fans are the real issue. And which is obviously, not the case, because they love to say, where is this? I think it was
it makes no sense too, because that's the customers. Like, that's supposed to, it's like, oh, you're the problem because you're not consuming this and liking it. It's so we have an obligation to like every amount of slop they throw our way. We're the customers.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Like, what do you? So we're not allowed to not like anything. We must.
Yeah.
What's the thing? Consume, and then consume product, then get excited about next.
Yeah,
product.
the next part.
Yeah. Like I had a video prepared for this. One of the many videos I had prepared for this. That, like, we could look at, just as an example, we could look at House of the Dragon. A show that is very female forward.
Right.
There's a lot of women on that show, a lot of strong, independent women who don't need no man. There's been race swapping. There's all sorts of stuff. Yet that show has a 93 and an 87. Like, there is just no, it just, the whole narrative falls apart, doesn't it? Like, I guess all this tweet says, I'll give them credit, from Lily. I guess all the ists and phobes didn't get the memo to also review Brigade House of the Dragon with just the Acolyte. It's like every time. Then you get like this video from Looper. Did you see this earlier today?
I didn't see this one. No.
All right. Well,
some audience members have issues with the show's diversity and LGBTQ plus themes, and those should be dismissed. However,
obviously.
Oh, yeah. It's otherwise just perfect, and that's the only reason why people don't like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I Google it, that Looper is owned by Disney or something like that. Like, I would not be surprised, we'll say.
Yeah.
Reviewers should genuinely examine the legitimate criticisms the Acolyte has received. Cultural critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its
It is lore-breaking.
It is! It's because it's fact.
Yeah. They completely erased the Chosen One. They completely, like, Anakin Skywalker's entire lore is, and again, like, just so chat knows, like, Mel and I are not like Star Wars super fans,
right?
But we know enough to be dangerous, and like,
we know more than the people working on the Acolyte.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, and like, so yeah, they definitely broke lore. That's inarguable, and not just a little piece of Star Wars lore. Like, we talk about spice ice cream and we don't even know that it's actually a highly addictive drug, but like, Anakin Skywalker. But then they I'm just gonna shut up and let this play the last 20 seconds here.
Critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started. As always, rage bait and review bombings distract from actual criticism. In particular, Episode 3 has proven to be controversial, and perhaps rightfully so.
But they don't even ever say.
That's the thing, is they give a lot of us content creators too much credit with a lot of this stuff, because instead of saying, oh, wait, this is valid, that they don't like it and their audiences don't like it, they almost act like we are just leading the charge at, hey, everybody, you must hate this thing because I hate this thing, and we're rallying the troops, and everybody is just putting in the microchip and following our orders.
Yeah.
People tell me that about the Tomb Raider fandom all the time. Like, a bunch of reboot Tomb Raider fans are just like, oh, well, people don't actually not like what they're doing with Lara Croft. It's just that people like you are leading the charge and making people hate it. Like, we have that kind of power that we can just
Oh,
make
that
people
must be nice.
mindlessly
Yeah.
hate something. It's absurd. Instead of looking at, hey, wait a minute, maybe people actually don't like this because it's breaking lore. Maybe people don't like that, Lara Croft doesn't look like she used to look, this, that, and the other. They think that these content creators are just brainwashing the masses, which is
Yeah.
absurd.
Well, they think that everyone would have just loved the show if somebody didn't point out that you can't have fire in space.
Right.
Like oh my God. Like no, we don't like the show. When I say we, I mean the royal we, because the show is not good. It's like the same crap they said about Galadriel. Oh my God, nobody likes strong, independent women in lead roles. Oh yeah, House of the Dragon. Well, don't look over there. Don't look over there at don't look at Fallout, which has like a 90+% critic score and a close to 90% audience score, who has a female lead. Don't look at that. Don't look at A Quiet Place, which was, beloved, where the woman's basically in charge the whole time. Don't, don't look at Smile, which is why, everyone really liked that movie. It's getting a sequel. That's a female-led movie. Like, I could go on and on.
Even with the Nintendo Direct that happened today, some people are mad that we're not mad, that they expected us to be mad that, Metroid Prime 4, we've got Samus Aran, the female lead, and then with the new
Link.
Zelda game, now we have Zelda, she's the protagonist in it. They're mad that we're not mad. It's like, they actually look good.
Yeah, they're mad because it breaks their lore.
Yeah.
Their lore that everyone just hates the crap because woman. Or because this, that, or the other. Like, they're mad that they're that entire lore, the entire lore around their nonsense falls apart. Like, it just collapses outright underneath its own weight, because you can just point to countless other shows that aren't getting quote unquote review brigaded or review bombed or whatever the case is. I'm sorry, maybe we missed this, Melonie, but did we all my videos are getting demonetized, and Penguins gets a Moist Critical uploads a video. TikTok influencer loves drinking pee, fully monetized. Anyway, I don't remember if but remember all the people that hated Princess Leia? There are all those hate groups.
Nobody liked her.
Yeah. Nobody in the Star Wars fandom had their very first and long going, bedroom fantasies about Leia. Nobody, definitely, tens of thousands.
Too.
Yeah, they hated Padme. Yeah. Oh, everyone hates Ahsoka. Yeah, everyone, and it's like, no, dude, like, even if you look at The Last Jedi, for example, I don't think that there was a lot of people hating on Daisy Ridley. There may have been some. I definitely saw some like forehead jokes, but like, it wasn't really. It was really more about like the terrible movie or Admiral Gender Studies. The Admiral with the purple hair. All this kind of stuff felt like more like, even that movie wasn't just cause woman.
Oh, exactly. Right.
They tried to pick maybe the fake narrative about Kelly Marie Tran when she went on Good Morning America, and you could almost see like she was at like a hostage video where she's like, oh yeah, there's all these people who are really mean to me online. I literally scoured that woman's Instagram.
Yeah.
For an hour. I couldn't find a single comment. Maybe they were in the message requests. I don't know, but I never saw anybody making fun of Kelly Marie Tran. I saw a lot of people making fun of Rose Tico. Garbage character in a garbage movie, but it had nothing to do with, like, Kelly Marie Tran wasn't out there insulting the fandom. She wasn't on. That was just a complete fake narrative.
Right. Well, they needed, they're like, let's find this Asian woman and say that they hated her because she's Asian and a woman. And same thing with that Moses girl on that what was that? Which one was that? One of the Star Wars, like the Obi-Wan thing, I think it was.
Oh,
People
Kenobi?
didn't like
Yeah.
her character, and then she had this whole narrative that, oh, I'm getting so many death threats, I'm getting so many racist, this, that, and the other. When it was when she wasn't able to actually pull comments that were doing such a thing. If she acts like this is a daily occurrence and all this that she's getting just because she's a black woman in the Star Wars universe, well, where are these comments that you speak of?
You should be able to like,
Yeah.
you know, throw a dart at the wall and find one. They should be literally
Exactly.
everywhere. That was the funny part that like, you know, we learned back in Anita Sarkeesian days.
Yep.
Where all these women would say, "Oh, all these toxic incels are sending me hate, whatever." Well, we found out quietly. I think it was Chat will probably remember if you don't. It was like 3 or 4 years later, the FBI released a report, and they're like, "Yeah, there was never a single credible threat." Like Anita Sarkeesian wasted the FBI's time.
Yep.
Wasted everybody's time looking, trying to, you know, say all these people are sending horrible things. Never happened. You know, no, she tried to say somebody called in a threat to one of her speaking events. Never happened.
Right.
None of it happened. None of it ever happened. But the media doesn't care. And so this is what pushing back looks like. Yeah, enjoy your 14%.
Yeah.
You can keep putting out all the, you know, the articles that you want, saying that, oh, well, it's not the I saw an article today that said something like, the real conversation around the Acolyte isn't happening on YouTube. It's like people are watching the show. I'm like, no. They are watching the show. Of course, they're hate watching it.